Media has played a significant role in today's world, specifically in photography and videography. All across the world, people are using cameras. Whether it is to produce world news, provide entertainment to viewers, or even just to document memories. Cameras are a tool that is continuing to be more and more advanced as the years go on.
There's so many people getting into photography.
In 1825, first successful image was created by Joseph Niepce. The first ever image captured was captured by a box with a hole for a lens. This box was known as the camera obscura. Ever since then, the step-by-step process of taking an image has changed. Camera technology has come a long way since then and is continuing to evolve as the years progress. While these cameras are becoming more and more advanced, they also follow up with more complications and drawbacks. Not all cameras are perfectly designed. A majority of these cameras' flaws are within the lenses, automatic settings, stabilization, price, and complexity. The first problem I'm covering is the camera lenses. The average camera lenses in today's cameras come with two different features. There is a manual feature, which is used more by professionals and college students being trained into the profession, and the other feature is automatic mode. Automatic mode is used more by amateur consumers. The issue with the automatic feature in lenses is that it is not consistent, meaning the lens has trouble focusing on a subject in images.
The limitation of a camcorder is that it doesn't have interchangeable lenses unless you go really high on the cost scale. That's always been one of the problems with video cameras, is that you can't change them.
If the subject in an image is not in focus, then there is no meaning behind the photo. Tying it to before, the ability to get a shot of something without it being shaky or blurry has also become tough.
The cameras on a phone have very poor optical image stabilization. And that's why, when you see people's videos that they put on, like, Vine, until Vine was discontinued, was really popular, but a lot of those were really shaky because they were almost all entirely recorded with phones. And because they're so small, people tend not to use tripods with them.
Our world is so fast-paced now that if you miss a shot of something, you miss creating a memory. The idea of having a perfect shot is related to how stable a shot is. Companies have tried to resolve this issue by creating tripods, but the tripods aren't always the best option. Along with the size and weight of tripods, they are also cumbersome because they limit mobility when attempting to take a moving shot, which is another reason why many people refrain from tripods. Autofocus has tried to resolve the issues of stabilization, but camera stabilization and autofocus work together, which means if the camera is not still, then autofocus will not function properly because there is no flat plane for it to work on. The final drawback of today's cameras are how complex they are, meaning the size and technology along with it.
The cameras might seem cumbersome to them when they have to put it on their shoulder or they have to arrange shots a particular way, and I think just the size of them may be a little bit cumbersome for people today.
The basic camera kit today consists of a memory card, a lens, a camera, a battery, and the bag itself. Along with this kit, you also have to have a device to store your images on. This can include a desktop or a laptop.
Probably the biggest problem is the storage media that I put them on. There for a while, a lot of the media cards were not real great.
The problem isn't the tools that you need. The overall issue is how much you have to spend just to acquire the basic needs.
The problem I see is the expense of the cameras and the lenses. It used to be if you had $1,000 wrapped up into a camera, you probably had a lot.
Another issue with the tools are that some of them are not reliable.
Anything can happen. Cards, there for a while, it seems like the cards were messing up on me, and I put everything on external drives, on 2 external drives. And I always had that fear I'm going to lose it. And if that external drive doesn't work, you're losing a lot of data.
When looking at previous camera makes and models, the community tends to find numerous problems. Some cameras may look like they are perfect, but in today's world, professionals and consumers are always looking for a change in photography, which means camera companies have to work up to those expectations. These expectations have to exceed the previous features on cameras before.
Those of us in the field of communications, we're storytellers, and we need to equip ourselves with the best tools to tell ours and others' stories.
One solution is to fix the feature of auto mode in cameras. While auto mode is found in a lot of cameras today, it's not always the best mode to use. This is because it is not always correct when it comes to white balance, shutter speed, or as I mentioned earlier, focus.
The ranges on everything is going to be really good. I see a big difference in you still have to have good lenses and you still have to have the good electronics with it. And that goes hand in hand. And to zoom right in on each individual person and see everything really crystal clear, it's unbelievable how it's working now.
The company Lytro released a camera in hopes of fixing the selective focus aspect. This camera, known as the light field camera, has features that are distinct from regular camera devices. The light field camera has a feature that allows the photographer or videographer to select certain focus points in the post-production phase. The select focus resolves many issues during the production phase. The Lytro camera is changing the photography game, and the idea of improving this feature of selectable focus will continue to have a tremendous effect on the photography world. Another aspect of the photography and videography world is the publishing and sharing aspect. In today's world, many photographers and videographers share their creations on many platforms. These platforms can include social media applications like Facebook and YouTube, radio and TV stations such as NBC and CNN, and the final platform is print, such as New York Times and People magazine. Sharing and publishing an image was not as easy as it is in today's world. In our current society, anyone can go to their local CVS, Walmart, Staples, or any other printing place to get an image reproduced without worrying about price. But in the past, getting a photo was costly. But this issue was resolved when the printing press was created. A printing press is a machine that transfers ink to an object. Whether it is text or an image, the printing press helped evolve the publishing aspect of photography and is still beneficial in the media world. Creating new technology to allow non-professional users to have a great image has always been a factor in creating new cameras. Companies all across the nation have invented new cameras and accessories suitable for amateurs specifically.
I think technology is making advances almost on a daily basis, if not hourly basis, and shots that you're only capable of making if you had a truck with a crane and a person on a cherry picker to be able to get these phenomenal overhead shots can now be accomplished with a drone. And with the innovation of the GoPro and the smaller cameras, it's providing access to shots that were rather difficult to get.
Some companies have created basic beginner starter packs for cameras, as well as miniature tripods for everyday use. They have also created small compact cameras such as the GoPro and Osmo. The GoPro is a small compact camera that is perfect for anyone who wants to get an effortless, innovative shot.
I mean, it's kind of established now that we have this what's called GoPro shot, and we've seen the evolution of that. I think this smaller technology, the smaller cameras are providing us opportunities to see things from perspectives that typically we didn't. Like the inside of a wave, if someone's surfing, being able to get right inside the barrel is now easily done by just someone floating on a surfboard with a GoPro in front of them. Or before, having someone outfitted to have a waterproof camera that was capable of capturing all that was difficult.
A well-known camera company called Canon has been listening to its customers and finally made a camera to their liking. This camera, called the PowerShot G series, has technology found in a DSLR, meaning it has the software and technology that a professional photographer would use, but it is now in a camera that is fitted for anyone. For example, as I mentioned earlier, there was an issue with autofocus. In Canon's PowerShot G series, this camera provides extremely fast and smooth autofocus capabilities, allowing for more creative arrangements when framing a subject. With Canon listening to its consumers, they are resolving many issues with camera speed and earning more trust from camera enthusiasts.
We have a brand new shipment of DSLRs that are coming in for our students this semester. So we always try to make sure that we have what the industry standard dictates. So if WBOC or MDT or any of the other television stations or outlets in the area are using it. We want to make sure our students have that equipment to be better prepared to enter the workforce.
Along with fixing autofocus, videography companies are now focusing on increasing image quality. The quality of an image defines the camera. So, if an image is very pixelated, it is more likely people will not buy or use that camera again. A company's goal is to gain customer loyalty. So once again, Canon listened to their consumers and made the PowerShot G1X Mark II. That has technology that produces astonishing image quality in both still images and video. Along with software inside of cameras, software outside of the camera also matters. The quality of an image or video can always be altered. In the past, cameras used to use film, but now they rely on electronic sensors, which translates the images to digital code. This is what allows the photographer to view the photo on their camera or computer. Using a computer allows the photographer to edit their creation. As the years advance, the technology behind the cameras have come a long way, from the very first camera to our mobile devices. As time progresses, the market will have newer cameras with even better technology to suit the consumer's wants and needs in a camera. In the future, we can expect to see even more changes to these cameras besides the size and compact.